Yeah. Look at that. Action 32 RR Spec 1 on a Tmaxx 2.3 and 2.5. Brother, what is up? What is up? What is up, brother? Check it out. I spent 9 hours last night on the live renovating this Tmaxx I did the other time. Oh, snaps. Look, there's an R32. I mean, why do I keep thinking about the Nissan Skyline R32? I keep calling it that. I kept doing that all night on the live. Check it out. 32RR, brother. A real true big block. Real true big block. Can you see that? Is it on screen? I don't know. I don't know how you can tell me. Oh, I gotta look on the screen. On the other screen. Alright. Check it out. So, man. Just did a little run. Kind of nervous. It shut off right now because for some reason I had it too rich. I was scared of tuning it the way it's supposed to. But anyway, brother, check it out, dude. Brother, I mean, no disrespect calling you dude. I don't know why I think the word dude is a foul language, brother, but hope you're having a wonderful day, brother. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, High Velocity. Look, High Velocity is my channel's name. And my name is Ever. And you can call me Mr. No Name. No, I'm just playing. I don't know what to say, really. You can call me anything. Anything you want. I don't consider stereotyping a stereotype. You know, you can judge me. I take that as a compliment, you know. Take anything as a compliment. Anything as a message. You know, not a insult. You know, I don't get insulted no more because brother, it's a wonderful day, brother. Check it out. Did I show you the sun? Look at this. Man, I'm in the next door neighbor's house. She don't even live here. She has a house that she don't want to give to me. But anyway, that's not about me. It's about this yard. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna rip it right here real quick. And by the way, yeah, there's the sun. Look at what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Well, come on, it's time to play. It's a wonderful time to come out and play, brother. Wonderful time to come out and play. You know what I'm saying? All right, I need trim. I need trim. We gotta go all the way up to 1,000. 1,000. Oh man, Jesus. All right, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you that you're putting in work, brother. This ain't easy. This ain't an easy hobby. You know what I mean? But you gotta have a lot of love in order to cope with this hobby. At whatever price range. It don't matter, brother. It don't matter. Alright. Time is money, brother. Time is money. And if an ATM is a time, well, never mind. Yeah. If an ATM, if money is time, then the ATM, right? I can't even say it. Get some water, man. This kills me. And that kills the plug. This will kill the plug on there. Unless it's on. Unless it's not on. Confusion. Anyway, look. If an ATM machine gives you money, then an ATM machine is a time machine because time is money. You know what I mean? That's what I wanted to say. But anyway, the wind, cottonmouth, attack of the killer tomatoes, brother. You know, remember that cartoon? It's all about how low vibration of foods, including tomatoes, because it's an acid. You gotta go alkaline. If it's too acidic, it's not good for you, and it's gonna make you like an angry, yeah, killer tomato. Let's go. Oh, come on, give me more trim, man. You're taking too long. All right, after this, I'm not even gonna say nothing. Nothing. Let's do this. Let's go. Where we going? Not that far, brother. Not that far. Just right here. All right. We're 5 minutes in, brother. I still gotta tune it, but tools in the bag. Always. Flashback on. Y'all see the shadow? The battle of the shadow. Whoa, 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 chill with the foul language, dick. Alright, y'all can suck one. I'm not, oh man. I'm getting intrusive thoughts. That's horrible. Every time that happens, brother, I really don't like cussing because it gets worse. Then the right side of my ear starts boom, 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 boom. It's crazy. But it's okay. Sorry you hear that. Maybe it's just me. Look, I'm kind of paranoid. No, it was the first time I ever started a video right there around my house, in front of my house. And there's a lot of people from there's no need to explain, you know, but it was just an intrusive thought. Whoa, whoa! Watch the curve, brother. I mean the wall. All right, let's go. Oh yeah, look. I'm feeling it lean. I am feeling it lean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 3-liter carb, R32, 8-port. I'll let y'all know at the end what I did to this thing. Took me 9 hours. Actually 20 in total for completion. I gotta go over here. Less cars. Little lean on the top end. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get some. This Fly Sky receiver doesn't have bright enough screen. Can't see my trim. I try to duck. Sorry, guys. Something might break, brother. Something might break. I'll be happy if it doesn't, or I don't break it. It feels just like on the Revo. I gotta gear it up. I have a 22th clutch bell. Oh, she scared me. I have a 22th clutch bell and 45 tooth pinion. Yes, you heard pinion. Oh, whoa. Did I just go over that? Oh, I broke. I broke already. I broke the transmission. Let's see. Woo! Hold on! Ah, there's a car coming behind me. Yep, it broke. I broke the transmission. It got broke. Alright. Woo! So long. It doesn't go. You see how I just put my exhaust on the finger? I mean on my exhaust pipe and it shut off right away. Hey, shout out to you, Lotus. Brother, I saw you hesitating, trying to turn off your Savage this morning. Hey, brother, if you have no leaks, brother, this thing would turn off instantly and it wouldn't even get hot. And the only reason why people get burned is because they have an air leak and you're trying to turn it off, it's not going to turn off because there's air escaping over here and it's just going to get even hotter with your finger on there so fast because there's just a little bit of restriction. I mean a little bit of escape. So you know what I mean? Check, make sure your stuff is not leaking so you can turn it off from right here faster and better. You know, it should just shut off right away. And the Bug 44 is right, you know, if you do this, shout out to you, brother. If you do this, try to shut off right here, yeah, it's gonna clog this up because it's not shutting off instantly. You know what I mean? I didn't burn my finger. Hey, that thing was cool. But anyway, hey, brother, check it out, brother. Look, I'm sure the transmission broke, those gears, the 2-speed input gear, not my input shaft. Let me let you know right now what I have right here. Check it out. Starting with the chassis. I got an Integra chassis, web chassis, inexpensive, you know. It might be called something else, but I don't know what else to call it because it looks just like a web chassis. What else? Let me go over here because I'm right in the corner. And I'm just gonna keep hearing cars right there waiting for the pass. But anyway, I try to get a pass, and I only got one pass, brother, but that's fine. You know, most high just let me once. Look, yesterday when I was doing the transmission, I was like, yeah, something's gonna break because there's more torque on this. But let me let you know what else I did to it. Look, got the Integra web chassis, stock diffs in the rear. I just have a spool, you know, locked up, but that doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with upgrading anything. That's just adjustments, tuning, right? Tuning. So a 2.5 chassis with a 3.3 transmission, HCR. Oh, and Integra, by the way, it's okay. That haven't broken or snapped by itself. Look, through time because of storage. Look, HCR. I was gonna sell these, but I ended up keeping them. Looks better than just having it all blue. I know. Yeah. Look, ACR shock tower. Don't know what these are, what brand they are, but one of them is not the same as the other because the other one looks cheaper. Anyway, keep going. Shocks, I don't know what shocks are those, but they just came with something I bought before. Everything else on the bottom, mostly aluminum. Okay, let's get to the this is the battery box, right? Battery box. I have a 2S LiPo in there for a RX connection, JST. Now you can plug it in with your balance cable. 2000 milliamps in there, man. Didn't need that much, but I relocated the switch because it didn't fit. I had to put that whole 2000 milliamp power in there, storage power in there. So I relocated the switch over here on this side where the radio box goes. It fits pretty okay. You know, that's usually your access point for your crystal, but not anymore. Hey, brother. Talking about crystals, let me take a moment. You know where the word crystal comes from? Crystal is crystal. The Christ consciousness, crystallized. But just let me tell you, that's something else. More higher to understand. I mean, to know. But I want you to know is that when we cry, it's an insinuation, kind of like if it's coming from your consciousness, crying, because you don't cry unless you're aware of something that you're not okay or can't change, or something has changed too fast for you to grasp. You didn't see it coming. You know, like when they still take something from you or you lost something, you know, you didn't see it coming. So you cry. That's because your consciousness is crying. And your consciousness is your pineal gland, and they say it's made out of crystals. That's why the crystals in every video game tells you that it's very powerful. That's your consciousness. Alright, anyway, check it out. Woo! Next, transmission. Let's talk about that transmission. Look, last night I was like, man, well, before, the first time I took this out and I put a pinion on there, yes, that's a 45 tooth pinion gear for an electric motor, 5mm. So I was trying to put that on the 2.5 chassis, and that was pretty horrible. It wasn't a true 2.5 because we all know that hex side has 6 sides, right, for a reason. But anyway, the hex, the end of the shaft has a hex for your slipper clutch. Watch, I mean, right? I need water. Help. Medic. It reminds me of the one movie I seen that if he doesn't drink water, he somehow doesn't make it. Woo, brother, look, I'm making it. So, told you about the battery. Got the 40 kilos. 40 kilos. Shout out to Tupac. High velocity right here. Higher velocity. I didn't have to put anything on there, right? So, higher velocity. Here we go. And of course, that's high voltage, and high voltage is faster. But we're talking about mechanically, brother. Oh yeah, motor is mechanical, but it doesn't, I mean, non-electric. Everything is electric, brother. All right, brother, electromagnetism. Here we go. Look, 40 kilos. So I got a 2070 there for the servo, throttle linkage. What else? Check it out. This is a true big block. Anybody ever try to do a big block header with the pipe for a Tmaxx? They did it wrong. They never did not port match. You know what port matching is? You got to port match everything from your fuel lines. Make sure where it's connected, the fuel line is inside, is as big as the hole inside where you connect the fuel line, right? So like, if I want to port match this, I gotta get another tube that is the same size inside as the inside of this, right? So you gotta port match everything from your exhaust port to your header. If it doesn't, your engine's gonna sound vintage. Yep, it is. Resonance bouncing all over the place, the walls, you know, because you don't have a airflow, because even with speakers, ported. That's why it's called ported speaker box. Anyway, look, resonance. You got the resonance going, traveling through, and if you disturb the resonance in any way, shape, or form, and don't let it expand like an ECRM pipe and then contract or some way, you can always tune it to the right frequency. You are frequency too, brother. You are a vibration. But here we don't really like vibrations on RC cars, right? Because it's all bad, right? Screws get loose. All right. Pipe. Remember, port match everything. Your fuel lines, everything. You make sure that it's sealed, that it's not leaking. Because if it's leaking, you're gonna try to turn it off from here, and you're gonna get burned. All right, brother. Look, what else? Yeah, I didn't use it that much, and I don't know if this pipe is a cold pipe because it didn't get that cold. I didn't touch it, you know. I don't know if it's made out of some kind of alien freaking technology, but look, it feels weird. It feels like plaster. It feels like aluminum. I don't know. It might be a composite. Who knows? But this is what I do know. I couldn't experience it as much right now because look, broke the transmission. That's okay, man. That's okay. That's okay. I did something wrong, and we will see because the same thing happened last time. And I'm sure it is. Look, let me keep going because I don't have much time. Look, so I got the pinion right there. I switched the shaft that it has, and I put a true shaft that I had laying around that's 5 millimeters, and it's right there. I made it with a freaking drill. You know, I put that 2-speed thing right there in there, gears in there, in the transmission. I made another puncture hole that you put a pin drive in. I made it with my drill, with the drill bit. But anyway, keep going. What else? Savage clutch set. I got a fan in there. Wind turbine. Also hybrid. I'm just kidding. Look, this is just, I don't know, off I guess. Anyway, it's a freaking flywheel with the fan, and I was able to fit it there with a Savage clutch set. So I got the Mod 1 there set up, and look, previous owner that had this engine and sent it to me, he had chopped off the damn shaft. He chopped it off, and it was all bad. It was all bad. But look, I made it happen. I made it happen by extending it with a little bit of, you know, thinking. What else? What else? The transmission, I screwed it forward, and I still have the 4 gears. As a matter of fact, it's stronger than how it comes stock. You know what I mean? What else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's it. I think that's it. The shocks, shortened the shock travel, so it doesn't stand way too high. What else? What else? What else? What else? I think that's it, brother. Axle 32RR, brother. Big block, brother. This thing, the crankcase. Look how long this thing is. You can't fit that. I wasn't thinking of fitting that on there, but I had to already, and it's on there. So now I'm thankful. 20 hours on the live. It was awesome. It's not finalized yet. I still have to put I mean, I just wanted to let y'all see this and prevent it from breaking because of the torque level this thing has. It broke it. So look, I had to take it easy, so I took these out so it can be easy weight, right? And I was thinking of putting on some sweeps, belted, but look it, we can't. That thing freaking bust. Did y'all see how it burns out when it shifts to second? I don't know if I got that in camera, but look, brother, I gotta go. I gotta call this out because I'm running out of time. But anyway, thank you for sticking by, brother. I haven't uploaded lately because I'm trying to conserve my fuel. I really don't have money to buy and burn, you know what I mean? Which I wish I did, but man, I should have gotten to it. I should have listened when I was a kid, you know? Think about money always, or else you ain't gonna get it. Because you get what you think about. Anyway, brother, look, this is my Tmaxx, and this is the Rio Max. I don't know what to call it yet. Maybe the Max to the 5th power. I don't know. I still don't know. But something not that difficult to understand, right? I mean, to know. Because if you understand, you're understanding somebody. You're being submissive. You gotta overstand, brother. So I overstand. Traxxas. Look, Traxxas. This is a big FU. I put a real big block on here. Selling big block stuff and stuff like that just because other companies don't want to sign your bullshit. Get out of here, Traxxas. Look, made your shit better than factory. All right, everybody, that's not the middle finger for you. That's for Traxxas. This is my Tmaxx. special edition. Mr. I don't know what to call it. Just call me Ever, brother. Have a wonderful day, brother. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Brother, on what I just said, that I just made it better. No, I just made it more powerful for now. You know? But it's easier to break. You know what I mean? So look, lots of power there. And lots of speed. But we need to upgrade the tranny, brother. We need to upgrade the tranny now. Those plastic gears ain't doing much, brother. But anyway, just wanted to say, look, with great power comes great responsibility. And that responsibility is for you to make everything stronger. Because or else there's no point. You're just kind of, like, doesn't make any sense. You know, unless, ooh, brother. You know what I mean? The transmission has to get up to speed. Like that guy James Humphrey says from Donut. Anyway, brother, have a good one, brother. Y'all awesome. Y'all are awesome. Don't forget to like if you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Alright, brother. Later.